Etifu assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Asimbolanga the conversation with the caller and I draw my attention say member be address no kakra. Me dey be youth yada wan ye nyina be wo so be ka be kwaturu ko sembala kodom. Yen twin sem no mo pi. But this caller and Tagg Moshe CSF caller on Tagg Moshe and me be analyze wo mo. Mesra say wo follow me YouTube and me TikTok and me Facebook platform na mame ya menshira inshallah na bi go so kai wo say call to guidance ye project kese a ye pese ye nto books enfama se bi no mo me less privileged kakra wo no so bo a na ye ntumi embo ye nuane mi fly in the screen so no o ye so be hu na ma no inshallah na wo donate e de abo sa adwumadi inshallah.
Boss, bisa question ibium.
Question I say, I always watch you and you disprove religion by say contradictions in the Bible, contradictions in the Quran. And me question I say, 80% Bible no, any Quran no, any religious books no, and think contradictions in Nima. And then and can free Yankopana. And I say, and can we say your religion by and mistake be anyone and can if free Yankopana. Mommy and you say number way home. Say we are going to disprove God based on the book. And it's a book no say mistake be anyone that's a be a perfect. And today free Yankopana.
So this call away question obisa Tagg Moshe ni say Bible ne Quran no say contradiction be anymore. Will that make religion right? The question is there even a contradiction? Watch me, Abraham. Watch me. Eyeball to eyeball. Eyeball to eyeball. I am inviting Tagg Moshe on any platform be or no Tagg Moshe penobo to my friend and I will meet him. Is there a contradiction in the Quran? This topic and me person me Tagg Moshe yembumu fiensi and yenye. There you will see say there is not a single contradiction and this guy is not fit enough, just like Dominic came and disgraced himself without any source. Sanamaye be Moshe. He cannot prove a single contradiction in front of me. He couldn't quote a single contradiction in front of Buhari. And he won't dare in front of me. There is not a single contradiction in the Quran.
This has been my question. God, disprove a God.
That
yeah.
well, excellent question. A good question, pa. Inconsistencies in and I say in free Yankopana.
Now, even though one question as I say inconsistencies, la ilaha illallah. There is not a single inconsistency in the Quran. One, I dare you to prove one. A single bakope. A single inconsistency in the Quran. The thing is, unim. So therefore, you think there is inconsistency. Let me give you a perfect example. A perfect example is when you are taught at school, say there are 3 states of matter at JHS level. Nobody tertiary near cultural say there are 4 states of matter. Now from Bejai University because Bejai School because it is inconsistent. At JHS he is taught say there are 3 states of matter. Why? So Bakacham say there are 4 states of matter: solid, liquid, gas, and plasma. That should tell you say at your level of understanding, this is how you are started. There is not a single inconsistency in religion. Islam as a matter of fact. And I dare Tagg Moshe on a live dialogue, one-on-one with UTI Dawabium. I also dare him again. And I'm calling him out. Again, my number is on the screen. Be Moshe, say what's the wuni ampa na we sunya de ampa. I dare you one-on-one with me. Watch me again. One-on-one with me. Now tell me one inconsistency in religion. With your shallow thinking, say why do you hurry? Why do you mirror say why wouldn't you see it inconsistent? We said a shallow thinking. Ladies and gentlemen, Zana Company Limited FFO. In fact, who a goodie, who a copper, who a silver, who a gold, our person will say, you know, when electroplating, when maybe a call, I just Zana Company Limited, who a goodie, person will understand your pay, when you a silver chain, when you a golden chain, when you a golden ring, then a person when you know, Zana basis, you know, Eddie amount. In fact, what organizes sports, Open Cup, and Open medals, be that to Mukomu, Zana Company Limited, but to me, I Eddie amount. Any kind of jewelry at all, Zana Company and a young Weduma. Zana, ewa himfa. Here Zana, ewa Nungwa behind Fidelity Bank. Raviko, ewa, and a Zana, ewa. Number 7 for Zana, 0240 481 568. 568 0240 481 568 and then 0248 42 44 93 0248 42 44 93. We are Henny, we are Penny, we are Goody, we are Catesia, we are Bogger, we are Golden Chain, or a wrist banner, or Dana one, a gold, copper, silver, a jewelry in Quadia. Quayo Pesa Yensies, no for more Biarano, about to me, I Ediamo, and to contact Zana Company Limited, now Omamwao, inshallah. And you also.
Yeah, well, who be some say, show the inconsistencies. Prove that it is not from God. And anka inconsistencies be a name, contradiction be a nimwa. And Kabeja to say free Yankopana.
Good. And I say your religion back pet. Just one. Your religion back pet. And a controversy in a back pet. And a be a mistake be any home. Can you free Yankopana?
Once I me dear Nina say, I am not here to disprove say bibi free Nyankopon. I'm not disproving whether something is from Nyankopon or in free Nyankopon.
Question now Lord Asibulanga. Question the Lord Nintino. After he is not here to disprove whether bibi free Nyame and say free Nyame. So if you are not here to disprove whether if free Nyame and free Nyame, you don't need to bring the Bible or the Quran to prove say free Nyame and then free Nyame. That's it. For how many times and Asibulanga Kwatna say prove say Quran and free Nyame. And now what one more say you are not here to disprove say free Nyame and free Nyame. Look at you. Double standard human being. Double. What you say? You oye chameleon. Oye onipa de seni. Oye bosman ketre. What you say? So you are not here, you not being here to disprove whether Quran ni free Nyame and then free Nyame no. That's not what we are talking about. The question is, say Ekobani say there is no contradiction in the book Numa. Will that mean he say book no free Nyame ana? Yes or no? Say Ekobani, because Abraham to me because he knew say meeting people like us will prove to him there is not a single contradiction in the Quran, and so therefore he will have to submit until he has to find an escape route. He is not here to disprove say if Nyame and Nyame, he is not here for that. Look at his lies. They be out someone no. And the man kone.
And what na make say we pe na ma conclude say the maka no opa memfa.
Say if oka say we now ka say nema pen opa afa nema ka no opa memfa. Now you think that makes you right there. Then equally Islam will be the most righteous way. And you have no moral right to call anybody to CSF because Islam so krakasa or send our kano opa memfa, but in the long run you will meet Allah. Asa. What you say? So baby anyone Islam crash. So we nyawakan opa memfa, and you think that makes you right there, then obviously Islam makes the most sense. It makes the most perfect sense in this world than who copycat CSF.
Nyami wo nyami ni wo wa nya adwuma wo kombedo. Inti anke ye nyina kuta religion baako. Ye kuta homa mistake nim ye proof say efri nyankopon. Na ye gitum say efri nyankopon kura, it won't change anything. Wa nya adwuma nkombedo. Obo mpaya ontua wo bills. Inti the
but why na eya ofidi Abraham say religious people mo nya adwuma. No Abraham yen kasa ma yen Abraham bonkom. We adwuma ben. Factory ben we bi. Wo kofa scam business the best CSF for want to make country want to make culture. Sa chai mo le ade a sa online business is ani na egui a wo de bram so mo invest here o mo invest here wo kekeni. Who na kasa? Is there anybody as lazy as the CSF boss? We adwuma ben. We adwuma ben. Lazy you are. Do you have the moral act or the moral value to even tell Obi say onkonko ye juma na? We are juma saying, and before you obaka chere say yenko ye juma, yen Quran and us emalu fasayara Allahu amalakum yen juma nyame shira so di amayen. Christopher buku na chere mo say ensan ye juma no endidi. So what be copy from religious books and I will be catch and say many ndi so. You are not making any sense. You are not richer than every Muslim. There are more Muslims who are richer than you. We must say Dangote. Is he not a Muslim? Isaac Arabiu. It's not a Muslim. Alaji Global. Is he not a Muslim? Alaji Gruza. It's not a Muslim. Kumbaya. Name them. How many Christian millionaires and trillionaires are there? Are you richer than them? I'm asking you. Ejuma be important and a P black here. Otu wechi ho. Nejuma ne so your backing vocalist. Ko Jimmy. Nejuma ne ho. Any ejuma. You dinka you when you same period. And now no be catch so be obinye ejuma. Islam Quran goes further to tell you say ye ejuma aye halal and tayyiba. Ejuma omo krono wo mu. Ejuma obe ene from your own sweat. Ejuma enye wagadre ni azan eno na ye. Ejuma wo heti wo nu bi feelings eno na ye. And so the true Muslims will not engage in any work that will lead to fraud, deceit or anything. The true Muslims sweat to have whatever they have on their table. Our Prophet ﷺ was a merchant. He was a merchant. He was also a hunter. He hunted when he was in Mecca. And he was a merchant again when he was in Mecca. What you say? So the argument I will say, who believe whether there is gold or there is no gold or a combedo, that be obiye juma so comedy no. This is what you are failing to understand, what failing to know. Obiye juma comedy no, obiye juma wiska. That is the Rahmaniyya of Allah. If all what you think about is nyaubedi sabe woni aboa mo ye bako. Nya wo dwan ne se wo de wo yefunu yama woni aboa mo ye bako. Nya aboa dwan ne se obedi na ne yefu be ma no na oni apapo oni ne nua oni ne nua ponche oba ekoda. Woni aboa yako. You owe it to yourself to seek for the mercy and the glory of God. Yes. Yes. So all what you think is to feed your stomach and not think about God. There is no difference between you and monkey, you and ape. So the
bottom line is say,
yeah.
The bottom line is say you movie. Na movie ni very beautiful. Na movie ni make sense here. Because the movie is beautiful and makes sense inti me pa chaw. Yan kosom omo movie ni mu ana. Ana yan ka say Nyankopon e chro script no. No.
Now, ne Tagg Moshe all can say say yehwe movie na say movie no and make sense. Movie no fair because movie no make sense into no yen kosum omo movie no mana. But who has called you to even worship omo Quran? Who has even called you to worship omo Bible? You are not communicating, bro. If the message is from God, na movie no mu yiye no, omu follow what God said. Na omu follow perfectly, it should change your life from good to better, from better to best, from best to excellent. What you say? Ocean movie. Now the movie preaches about life. Now when to me I'm fan lesson be wo mu a. Now say even the movie e make sense. But man fan lesson be in free mu a. Sebio we jimi kakra. Because lesson enti in the movie. O fan lesson wo mu, your comedy movie or a hokra sometimes you lessons wo mu. What you say? Free sempenyin say o to say obi na bodwere hyewa wo sansu edisi wo dia ho. Enti wo bi nka say kosom Abraham, kosom Noah, kosom Moses, kosom Jesus, who are characters in the Bible and the Quran. Dabi almost say worship the God who sent them. That's it. Omon can say ko worship omo. And we have movie. Now we just know one for lesson be you wasted your time, your energy, your money. You are not communicating. You are not making any sense, Moshe.
Obitro, stop and wait. Poem. Now a very beautiful poem without contradictions. Does that make it divine? No.
Again, Abraham Moshe Oguso finding an escape route. Whatever Moshe contradiction was scriptures nemu anti and divine. His only reason for debunking the scriptures is that there are contradictions in them. But now, no, we say people are exposing him. Some nation are exposing. You tear that were exposing. And it has come to an extent to say, clashing with them on any ground would disprove his ignorance to the world and will make him know, say, look, there is no contradiction in the scripture. And so therefore his allegation is fluke. And until Abraham repeat up escape route, say, okay, say a kind novel, and I say a kind poem. That's a contradiction, Nima. Does that make it divine? The answer is that if the poem or the poet said he is being inspired from God, people of wisdom, people of understanding, people with high eloquence and intelligence will access the spiritual aspect of it, its rulings, its in-depth meanings. And no manipulation will say, no human being can come up with this. The eloquence of the poem, its spiritual aspect of it, its deeper meanings, its eloquence will prove, say, no human being can come up with this. Haven't you wondered enough and ask yourself, how come 2 billion people in the world? How come a man without Facebook page, without followers, without Facebook page, without TikTok, without YouTube, without social media, is having 2 billion followers? How come even his enemies eugalizes him? His enemies, Michael H. Hart, name them. How come? How come a man who came in those years of darkness, when there was no light, when there was no technology, how come was he able to write a book in which millions of people are memorizing each and every day? It takes people with sense and understanding, people with with an iota of sense to know that this might come from God. So, obitro poema, enye poem ni poem, enye danta ne danta, e danta ne pobano. Wonim nyansa, eno before poem bi akase finyame.
Peter Piper pick a pair of pickled pepper. A pair of pickled pepper Peter Piper pick. If Peter Piper pick a pair of pickled pepper, where is the pair of pickled pepper Peter Piper pick? Beautiful, but it is not divine. Enti many jiwa, me recite many jiwa na me dia 20 je me kan nyina say nyame wo ho, nyame ni ho, ehun me be free no, ehun me be free no. Wa bo we you have to survive with the brain. And no, and that's the bottom line. See,
Abraham say, nyame wo ho, nyame ni ho, also abo we you have to survive with the brain. And make us say nipa bia otesa no, oni abo aponche wo ye baako. Ensonsone biara eni wo muntem. Onipa osora na pa, ni obedwen enkwan ni obedi. Ni obese. Ni ani babedi. Ni ani babese. Oni aponche ye koro. Oni controfi ye koro. Oni mmoa wa ye koro. Difference enkopon oye ye ni emmoa ntem ni se omaye akal. Omaye wisdom. Wama emmoa wisdom. And when human being fail to use his wisdom no bon se wakwaye emmoa de. Nti bon se yeka se de emmoa sem na wedi ni sa no. Because that thing enye nipa no mo yesa emmoa eneye. Nti nipa ne emmoa was similar things be we mu a. But ne extinguishing nipa and ne distinguishing nipa from emmoa and no wisdom no. And that wisdom is after eating, after wearing, you think about the future. And if the future that you think about is just your today over here means you only thinking about viasim handsome and you don't think about when you die where you go. Obviously, you didn't prepare yourself properly. If you cannot reason to ask yourself, where were you? Why are you here? Where are you going to? And if you're not able to decode this, you didn't use your wisdom. All you were thinking about is what to eat and what to wear. And you didn't prepare yourself for that journey. And what you must understand is that people are traveling to this journey each and every day. Our brothers are dying, our sisters are dying, our parents are dying, our neighbors are dying. Where are they going to? What is happening to them? And when you die, what will happen to you? These are petty things a reasonable person has to ask himself and find solutions to. And yet, Medina Meshe, who was Casemana? Who did not wash it? No, yes, Canadian, who are Asa, Obasuyako. Senseless. The guy is asking, say, okay, say the logic ni be juma. Now you can say, okay, look, Martin say whether there is no contradiction with mu or there is now, it won't put food on your table. Whether there is God or there is no God, it won't put food on your table there. And you know, I didn't know wunjai Quran ne Bible no. Now when you suwa common sense ne fanchere. Also, Dabi. Or in the common sense nature, you will have escape route. Meaning, your common sense is not enough to convince people. You don't have sense. You don't have enough sense. Like you claim to be selling to people. No, you don't have enough sense to tell people what is right and what is wrong. You don't have the enough sense to educate people and to let people understand your ideology until you go to the scriptures. The scriptures is what you use to feed yourself and your family. Without it, you cannot feed yourself and your family. You are not communicating, Moshe. If your sense is not enough there, let us enjoy our scriptures and then have full time and full fun with our scriptures. You are a disappointed soul. Where mobo? Where mobo pa?
Abikun Annabi Muhammadu Sayyikun Annabi Muhammadu Adin Annabi Muhammadu Buhudin Annabi Muhammadu Muqaddamu Annabi Muhammadu Azizun Annabi Muhammadu Fadilun Annabi Muhammadu Mufaddilun Annabi Muhammadu Muhammad Annabi Muhammadu Muhammad Annabi Rasulallah Annabi